Good evening.
Good evening also too.
Today, our guest is Mr. Shapun Kumar Guha Muzumdar. He is working as the head of HR at Polmal Group. He was also the head of HR of Hamim Group. He has a long experience of working with textile industry. Today, although he is a very busy guy, today we want to know about the training need assessment process at Polmal Group. Okay, Mr. Shapun, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Uh,
Absolutely right.
can you please explain for the students how do you assess the training needs in your company?
Okay, thank you first of all for introducing me. Here, one correction needed that I'm working as a general manager HR. I have a boss, two boss. They are also a head of HR.
I
So
see.
functionally, I am the recruitment head, but I'm not head of HR. Okay, yes, obviously I was head of HR in Humming Group.
Oh,
And
sorry for the mistake.
it's okay. It's okay. It's not a problem, a big deal. But just for my integrity, that's why I'm telling that. Okay. Thank you for giving me the chance to introduce our organizational step for training need assessment because it is very important HR activities in modern arena. Falmol is a very big organization, largest organization in our country. So here, definitely, training is a big factor for getting our desired productivity. Because when we hire, we absolutely see our candidate behavior, candidate attitude. After getting there in our formal, definitely training is a must because everyone should know how they will work, how they will adjust in our organization. For beginning or for starting TNA, first of all, we try to match our job specification with job description. We already circulated in our job circular that the person should have these types of job specification. That means his or her quality or qualification, that is educational qualification, experience, other operational knowledge, technological knowledge, that is mandatory because everyone know the basic or theoretical knowledge or subject knowledge, but operational knowledge is different than our theoretical knowledge. So obviously he or she have to gain this type of knowledge to give his or best productivity. So when he or she entered our organization, we seated with them with our JD, that means job description, that you have to run these types of roles or responsibility. For these types of roles or responsibility, you should have these types of operational knowledge. Now, whether these types of operational knowledge do we have or you will require that. In maximum times, they told that we came from different background, we came from fresh background, so it will be obviously it will need it to give their on the job training. And for the beginning or for the new employee, we give them at least 7 days on the job training. After getting from their feedback that they actually need to know these types of knowledge to do our required job. This is for our beginning employee, for our new employee. Now, obviously, we also have another program that is also we follow the training need assessment for our existing old employee because every day organizational culture, organizational system procedure is changing, SOP changing, and other things changing, and our productivity have to improve. That's why operational process they are changing day by day. That's why new operational procedure or new operational knowledge should be acquainted for everyone, for older people. In that case, we also seated with our individual lines, individual department head, because this is a very big organization. It is not possible to sit with every employee, but we sit with every department head. We tell them these types of SOP, these types of new requirement already came, this should be introduced within very short time immediately. In that case, what you need, what types of training you need for your employee or your subordinate. In that case, they nominated and we give them a format uh, for these which types of training you need or require. They will specify and they will give our module also, because operational knowledge, particularly we have in existing resources in every department, and side by side we have the external resources also. But we definitely will prefer firstly our existing, our in-house resources, because they know how they perform better. That's why preliminary we try to give the opportunity for our department head. Yes, how it can be improved, how it can be offered. So if you are confident, if you are interested, you can prepare a module to train up your people.
This is one type of task analysis.
Yes, tax analysis. Tax analysis. And obviously, when we thought that no, uh, some external phase or external knowledge is required for motivational purpose, because every time if we stand up or you stand our existing employee, they feel sometimes worried because they are working with them all time. That's why sometimes they want or demand some external figure, external faces. In that times we also hire external bodies,
So,
external.
do your organization send the employees to any outside organization for training purpose?
Yeah, definitely. We have a program. It is occurred or it is needed for actually management development program for our managerial level, because in these types of we want to develop our managerial capacity. That's why we send them in outside the organization for 3 days, for 7 days, in terms of in many cases for more than 7 days. Uh, they they will achieve or they will acquire the visionary idea, the leadership idea. In such requirement, we send them.
So, any foreign workers are working in your factory or company?
Obviously, in something
How many people are working?
in
How many
something
foreigners are
in
working?
some sorry.
So, how many foreigners are working in your company?
It is 20 to 25.
So, are they all top managers or mid-level managers?
Mid-level and top level.
So, why you are inviting foreigners in your company?
Yeah, this is a very good question, because that in our RMG sector, there is two part always. That one part is marketing, another part is the production level. In marketing part, definitely the person who have the networking in international level, we require that types of people because they know where our product we can sold, where our market is already existing. They have the better network than our local people. That's why for marketing related people, because you know better than me, because most of the buying house dominated by our Indian people, by our Turkish people, Sri Lankan people, and Pakistani people also. So when these nationals like Indian and Sri Lankan go to them, they feel better, and actually they in that times they will be highly interested that they can work easily with them. That's why in some cases they will prefer that, because of because for marketing purpose we sometimes hire them, and obviously this is increasing day by day. Our local people also growing up tremendously, but they are already developed in our culture. They are giving their best output, and their commitment to our company is very best. That's why we cannot separate them, we cannot terminate them, because still we are getting the more from them.
Productivity. Their productivity is higher than our local people.
Definitely in some special area
In
they
that
are.
case, do you have any succession plan to replace these foreign people in your company?
Obviously, why not? Because if you see that if I can compare with the previous 2 or 3 or 5 years, 5 years before the number was more high than currently. 5 years before it, the number minimum 30 to 40, but the number is decreasing. When they are leaving our country, when they are leaving the job, we are not replacing with the expatriate. We are replacing our local employees. So we are taking their roles, we're replacing them, and it is a hope that for quality issue, we are not hiring the Sri Lankan people. For quality department, our local people already developed. We are not hiring the Sri Lankan. But in some case, you know better, the marketing is another technique or tips. Their presentation skill, their communication skill, their international network is really good than us. Yes, obviously we are increasing our capability. We are increasing our network also. We are in, but our replacement succession plans already we had, because of because of not only for our local sympathy, no, because they are getting more salary. Because day by day our product price is not getting increased, but our overhead costs increased. Their salary is more than us. That's why we are replacing with low salary people than high salary. That's why succession plan is very important. We are getting succession plan.
In your previous organization, Hamim Group, you have worked for many years there. How many people you have already replaced? That means how many foreign people have been replaced by the local people?
It is a good question. Categorically, it is not possible to say, but minimum 50 to 60 people, minimum 50 to 60 people replaced by our local people.
But our statistics show that foreign remittance, that means outward remittance has increased than the previous years. You said that.
Yeah, in that case, yes, obviously it can be because our industry also increased, our factory also increased. That's why in some cases we increased or we developed our new wire. For developing our new ware, we also attracted our expected. But when when they're running 1 or 2 years, in that case, we are not taking the expected from abroad. We are replacing with our local people.
Oh, I see.
That's why it is.
We hope that we'll produce good quality managers in future, and you will replace the foreigners, because foreign currency is a very important factor for the economic development of Bangladesh, or the developing country.
Definitely, we also trying that, but it's a reciprocal. It is a both end working, because you know also, better than me that we have some lackings. We have some lackings in area like that. We have the presentation, lack of presentation skill, communication skill, operational skill also. But the major concerning area is that our commitment, our dream to be a good leader, to be a CEO is very less than our neighbor country. And our all the managers, maybe 90% manager, yes, average, maximum managers, they they started second earning option in side by side. That's why they are giving their second options. They are not giving their high effort to the one job. That is
Yeah.
our concerning area. If we can, our more concern, our more effort, our 100% energy, 100% concern to our one job, definitely we can be improved. We can replace foreigner. But we have a gray area there. Everyone try to earn the second income. That's why they are giving sometimes there. That's why they are not replacing. That is very concerning area.
So
It is my personal view. It is my
yes,
personal.
you have a long experience of working there, so your view is our view.
Right.
We don't have the real information.
Yes. So, but hope some brilliant student they are coming, and the pressure also. They have a good intention, committed intention also. But really, it is a matter of developing our culture. That's why your educational institute like you, they are also working on that you are bringing the industrialist to bridging this gap. So they are giving more example. What should they have? They are getting that type of information, that type of knowledge. So that's why I hope they will be better in future. And yes, I hope that within 5 years now, 20 to 25 or 30 CEO working in abroad. I hope within 5 years it may be crossed 100 CEO from Bengali national, because they are seeing
We hope
that
so.
we
hope
can be
so.
CEO.
And we are trying from our side.
Definitely, Karen, seeing is believing. The fresher is saying that yes, the Bengali can be CEO. When we started our career, I didn't see any CEO, local CEO, they are working in abroad. So how can I dream that I can be a CEO? But they are seeing that yes, Bengali can be CEO. That's why they can dream. They can hope.
Theoretically, usually it is the students, the functions of human resource management. So, for example, sorry, HR planning, recruitment, selection, training and development, performance appraisal, compensation. How these theoretical issues are related in your practical life in the factory?
Statistical issue, right?
Strategic issue.
Strategic issue very important, because this is actually started from every work. This is related because in nowadays in the corona pandemic situation, in every situation we have to be more strategic, because what we'll do in what cases. We have to back up in every cases. We have to be prepared for every situation. That's why strategically we have to thinking how we can cope our in every situation. Like now we have a strategy, because as a HR we have to prepare for every situation. Like today we got some extra order. How we can cope up? What will be our strategy? Will you hire the permanent employee or contractual employee? So strategically, we have to be prepared for every situation. That's why strategy is very important, because previously we don't think what we will do. Only we will hire. Only we hired. But today We hire, we train up, we retain them. So
Sure.
what will be our strategical point or strategical activity
Mm.
to hire the good employee, best employee, and how can retain them in better way?
Mm.
That is very important.
So rather than strategic issues, there are sustainable issues. So how do you incorporate sustainability in HRM or HR department?
Definitely, sustainability in HR aspect. Two things we have to certain. One thing is our data related, documentation related. Our each step or activity should be sustained, and we have to prevail on our policy. Policy should not be changed every day. We have to sustain on our policy. And another sustainability, that is our manpower, human resources. Suppose we have to today I am producing 5 units. Tomorrow may demand it, maybe we have to may produce another 3 units extra. So when we are getting the opportunity to train up, to motivate them, to counsel them. We are motivating them, we are training them so that we can survive, we can sustain in every situation. Because suppose we can produce 100 unit of garments, but one garments, another buyer came that they need another 200 garments, but we have no capacity. But they are giving another 1,000. If we produce them, or if we provide them 200, in that case we have to cope up this 200 piece of garments. Otherwise, we will not get another 1,000 garments in the future. So
Okay,
that's why.
I got your point. In addition, how do you apply the sustainable development goals or incorporate the sustainable development goals or green HRM in your everyday HRM practices?
Good. It is for the sustainability. Definitely, we have a plan. The how much our overhead cost should be, how much we will spend on our human resource purpose,
Right.
and how much percentage of human resource cost will increase,
Right.
and how much we can cope up by contacting, not on permanent basis. That is, and what will be our minimum requirement to sustain in the market? How much minimum quantity we have to be produced in every situation? This is our okay. This is actually, and for that, actually, our policies should be strong.
Policy, but corporate culture is very important.
Very important. Policy is very important, because corporate culture, you definitely told the right things. So corporate culture, for maintaining the corporate culture, we maintain the corporate governance. That is very important. What do we mean by corporate governance? That if we create the policy, that means if our owner create the policy, definitely they should follow that policy.
So in sum up, what are the training methods you usually apply in your company? Training methods, on the job training, other than on the job training, what are the off the job training programs?
Yeah, we already told it that basically in maximum cases we follow the on the job training, because all operational case for the new entrants we need to on the job training. That is mandatory for all. And for other hard skill or operational knowledge, if we see that we can give better training, our internal resources can train them better way. In that case, on the job training, side by side of the job training, when we need the behavioral soft types of skill, that is managerial development skill. In that case, type of we need of the job training, because at that times they want to see the bigger face, the bigger leader. In that case, they convinced that they hope they can be. And another for the pandemic situation, we also develop our technological knowledge. And now we also give them training from one location to another location. In sometimes our foreigner or our foreign
Rotation.
they also give their training through our Google Meet, to our digital platform.
I see. So is there a plan to establish any training institution in your company?
In today's sense, definitely we're planning like that. And yes, obviously, because in our every factory we have a training wing, training section for minimum 50 to 100 machine. There always the new fresher, newcomer are getting the training. Obviously we have the plan. If we combine all the unit in one umbrella, like in institute, like a educational setup, definitely that will be good. Yes, we have that.
Okay, maybe you are very busy today.
No, definitely it's our corporate culture. We have to do several tasks simultaneously.
So multitasking.
Multitasking, right? Multitasking.
That's fine. Today is almost 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Thank you for today. Maybe we'll connect another day and we'll discuss many more issues.